Welcome. Welcome to Qigong of the DeForest Area Public Library. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that this snowy morning finds you well. Today our practice was planned by my teacher, Jo Chern. Jo is just an awesome teacher. She's a medical exercise specialist, so she brings this extra awareness of the body into the movements that is really nice. So Jo created this particular practice. I thought I'd share it with you. It's called Balancing the Three Treasures. The three treasures are the lower dantian, the energy called Jing, which is the qi that you're born with. It's your prenatal qi, passed on from your parents. With balancing that with the middle heaven, the qi that comes from food and breathing and from love. And the upper heaven, which is the qi that comes from the universe in wisdom, in awareness, in making sense of things. And this is called Shen. So we want to balance these three forms of qi flowing within the body. Okay, so let's practice. We'll begin with our posture. Feet shoulder width apart, tailbone a little bit tucked, knees soft, a little bit bent, arms just relaxed at the side, shoulders not way back and not way forward, just in the middle, relaxed, a little bit of space under there, so there's a feeling of fullness. The chin is tucked a little bit, and the crown of the head lifted towards sky. Just relax into your posture. Feel balanced. Move it around until you feel like you're solid on your feet, firm and balanced. And then bring the hands over the lower dantian, the lower heaven, across the belly there, and soften those belly muscles and bring your breathing into the belly. So we just bring our awareness of our breath all the way down to the lower heaven, down to under our hands. Feel that breath expanding a little bit there on the inhale, and hands falling back against the spine on the exhale. So just take a couple breaths here and feel how the diaphragm is dropping lower and the lungs are able to fill more deeply. We want to relax the breath. We want to lengthen it out a little bit if we can. So bring that awareness, bring your mind into the awareness of your breathing. So we feel the belly expanding on that inhale and falling back on the exhale. And then bring your hands to your sides, right below the ribs, right at the bottom of the ribs. And pressing in a little bit here, continue to breathe into the lower dantian. And feel how the sides of your body expand a little on the inhale and collapse a little on the exhale. So the breath is filling the whole belt channel. That area right around here is expanding with the breath. See if you can feel that a little bit under your hands. It's as if the inside of the body is a large balloon filling up with air. And then bring the hands around the back, to over the kidneys in here. And continue to breathe into the dantian. And see if you can feel how even in the back, the lungs expand. So the lungs expand all around the trunk of the body. See if you can feel that a little bit under your hands. And just have this awareness of this full, deep breath. And then relax your hands. Bring them down to the side. And let's draw down the heaven. So we reach out to the side, reach up and overhead, and draw that universal chi into the body, into the crown of the head, and pulling it down into the body, through the trunk, the hips, into the legs, all the way to earth. Nice inhale as you reach up. Nice slow exhale as you draw that energy in. You can imagine that energy as a bright light flowing like water into the body, circling the spine, bringing that light all the way to the feet. One more time, let's draw that light into the body, creating a column of light within the body that just keeps expanding and glowing outward. And let your hands rest there against earth for a minute. Feel your posture. And we'll begin to do some movements to release tension and build energy in the body. Let's begin by knocking on the door of life. So we begin just floating the hands out in the air around us, gently turning around that column of light in the body. Feel the air between the fingers. No particular pattern of the breath, just let it be soft, nice and relaxed. And then let the hands begin to tap against the front and the back of the body. So you're just turning from the waist and letting the hands tap against the body for momentum. You can keep your gaze forward or allow your head to turn along with the arms, along with the shoulders, tapping against the body. And then let the arms come up a little higher and tap around the waist. So the hands are tapping on the front and the back of the body. Waking up the energy centers in the body, getting that energy moving into the spinal cord, getting that blood circulating. And let the front hand come on up and tap right below the shoulder. So in that little nest inside the shoulder, under the collarbones there's some lovely lung points here. And we want to tap on those lung points. While we're tapping on the lung points, the back hand is tapping on the kidneys, knocking down the cortisol. And then let your front hand come on up and tap on the top of the shoulder. This little tap on the top of the shoulder begins to release the back and the neck, the upper back and the neck. And then let that front hand come back down to the chest, back down to the waist, the belt channel, and then back down to the hips where you're just gently falling against the body. And begin to slow that down until your hands are back out in the air, in the water waves. And just see if you can feel that sensation of air flowing between the fingers. And slowly bring yourself back to center. Take a nice breath here. See how your body's feeling, and we'll go into spinal cord breathing. So arms come up in front of the body and open to the side, and then back in on the exhale, curling in. So like shutters opening and closing. We inhale, expanding the chest. Exhale, expanding the upper back. See if you can feel those shoulder blades moving together and apart. Feel the shoulders gently loosening, the upper back and the neck warming up. If you're comfortable, curl in and broaden that back. On the exhale, just bring the tailbone towards the elbows. And just really broaden the back and let the tension just fall off the back. Open that chest. Here we're opening the cervical, the vertebrae of the spine, front and back. And we're pumping that synovial fluid. And you might hear popping and cracking. If there's no pain, you're fine. If you have pain, back away from that right away. Open one more time, and then relax those hands and just let them float down. Adjust your posture a little bit. And we're going to do some spreading of the feathers to help warm up our neck, okay, and to remove some tension down the arms. So palms of the hands forward, scoop forward, hips go back, then tuck those hands in towards the waist and stretch them down. Down at the side, just stretch them down. Feel the fingertips stretching. See if you can feel that stretch going all the way up to the shoulder. And relax the hands. Let's do it again. Inhale. Bring that energy in towards the side of the body there, and then stretch the hands out. Keep your knees soft, don't get them locked. Lift the crown of your head a little bit, so tuck your chin a little bit and feel the stretch. Into those fingertips all the way up the arm. One more time. Inhale. Exhale into the stretch. Release the shoulders. Let them pull downward. Let the shoulder blades slide down into your pockets. And then while you're holding this stretch, lay your head on your left shoulder. Just lay it to the side a little bit. Don't force it. Just lay it to the side and feel the stretch opening here on this side of the neck. And we're stretching the outside, the top, the back part of the arm, all the way up into the neck and up the side of the neck to the ear there, to the side of the face. And then make a little chin, a little massaging motion, just putting the chin up and down a little. And do this slowly so that you can feel what kind of tension you've got there in your neck. And then slowly bring your head over to the other side. Lay it down to the right shoulder. Just let it rest there. Let your fingertips continue to pull towards the ground. Knees soft. Shoulder relaxed. And you might feel more tension on this side than the other. Our sides of our bodies are often in a different condition. And then roll that chin up a little and down. Just very slowly. Notice how you can feel that stretch in the front of the neck, the side of the neck, and in the back side of the neck. All right, let the chin come back to center and relax the hands. Now we were stretching the outside of the arm all the way up to the neck, and now we're going to stretch the inside. So backs of the hands forward, reach behind you, and bring those hands forward, and the palms are out, stretching downward. So just like we stretched the back of the hand. Now we're stretching the front of the hand. Relax. Inhale, reach around behind as if scooping energy, and then stretch the palms of the hands out. And feel that's a little bit different going up the inside of the arm than it was going up the outside. Relax the hands, turn them, and we'll reach back one more time. Inhaling, exhaling, stretching those fingertips to the floor, and then laying the head again on the left shoulder and feel that stretch. See if you can feel it all the way from the palm of the right hand up to the shoulder and up across the neck. A little bit of rotation here of the chin up and down. See if you can feel that front line, the middle line, and the back line. And then let your head come on down to center or come back to middle, whatever feels best. And lay it over to the right side. Feel that stretch from the hand, from the palm of the hand, and rotate that. Now, if you have a lot of tension, you might feel the shoulder wanting to climb, wanting to come up. And if you need to let it come up, let it come up, and then just see if you can relax it downward. And you might feel, more tightness here, or more tightness in the back as you rotate that chin up and down. Exhaling through the mouth is always a good way to let go of tension. And let your head come back to center, crown of the head lifting, release your hands. And let's just do some simple head circles or neck circles. I'm just going to turn to the right and down, look down, and then look to the left, or left and right. Anyways, I'm turning, I'm looking to the left, down, to the right, and up. Don't go any farther than is comfortable for you, and don't only do a few of these. If you feel pain, keep your head more upright, or don't do it at all. Come back, just imagine you're doing it. Come back to the center, and we'll go in the opposite direction. Going up and down, across. Breathe out through the mouth a couple times. One more time. Relax. Move those shoulders around a little bit. And we're going to do some leg pumps. This is to loosen the lower back and also to build energy. And leg pumps are just like what, they sound like. Your legs are going to go up and down. And you're going to use that motion of the leg to help the arms. So just lift the arms up and let them swing back as you go down, come up on the up. Start slow. And then as you start to be warming up a little bit here, maybe the knees are starting to warm up a little. See if you can just let the arms drop. And you can use a cleansing breath here too. So focusing on the exhale. If you focus on blowing out the mouth on the exhale, the inhale will just take care of itself. Just imagine you're just letting go of stress here. Just blowing it out the mouth, letting it go from the arms, just letting them swing if you can. Letting the legs pump, creating energy, drawing energy. And slow this down a little bit. Slow the legs down, slow the arms down. And flow it back and forth a little bit here. Come slowly back to center, to the ready posture. Check check your feet, adjust them. Remember, you can move your feet anytime you need to. You do not need to stay frozen or glued to the ground. Nice, exhale through the mouth. We built up some energy with that pump. You can feel that in your body. Now we're going to do a movement called Tiger Claw. And this is kind of a fun one. I'm going to step back a little bit to be sure you can see over my head. We're going to reach up overhead and bringing our fingers like claws, bringing our fingers down all the way to the floor. And then those claws are drawing up all the way overhead and then down to the floor again. All right. So can you see what this looks like? I'm going to turn to the side a little bit here, clawing our way down, clawing our way up. That nice claw shape in the fingers. We're pulling energy up from the ground into the body and down from the sky. Nice inhale as you draw up. Nice exhale as you pull down. Imagine that you're just pulling up fresh vitality from the earth and you're letting go of any stress or worries down into the earth. Just go ahead and dump them down. Dump them right down to the earth. She'll take care of it and draw up fresh energy. And now one of the things you can add to this, if you like, is a nice growl. So when you take that, let go of those worries and troubles, you can go, "Argh," and then draw up fresh energy and let go. You don't have to growl, but sometimes it feels good and sets up another vibration in the body. One more time down, draw up to the dantian and relax the hands. And float down. Come back to your ready posture. We're going to do a little rib stretching, okay? This is where you take a little bit of a wider stance, toes pointing out. Find the one that you like. Doesn't have to look like me. Just find the one that you like. We don't want our knees to sag in, and we don't want them to go past our toes. So the butt can go down, but the knees don't want to go past the toes, okay? And bracing on your thighs, just bring that right shoulder down. Looking over the left shoulder. Looking behind you with your gaze and letting that shoulder come down. Inhale and come back to center. Exhale and turn and stretch the left shoulder down to the right. Looking over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. And let's just do flow from side to side here for a couple times. Inhaling to center. Exhaling over the shoulder. Feel that stretch going from the shoulder all the way down to the hip bone. All the way down to the rear end. I can feel it. One more time to each side. Come on back to center. Curl that spine a little bit and roll up. Come on up here. Shake your leg a little bit. Shake your hands and your upper body. Exhale through the mouth a little bit. And shake. And slow it down. Take a nice deep breath. And we're going to do moving like a river. Okay? So wider stance again. Control how much you hinge forward. You can stay fairly upright like this and roll back and forth, just like the river. Notice the weight is shifting side to side. If you have to stay even less hinged, come on up higher. Just let the hip pull you from one side and then to the other. If you're able to hinge a little bit more, same motion. Hip is pulling to one side and the rest of the body follows. So the head follows the hips, arm, shoulder, hips, elbow, shoulder, head. And we're just going from side to side, nice flow, and thinking of that motion like a river. If you're able to come down deeper, hinging more, that's fine. Whatever your body is comfortable with. This is really strengthening for the lower back. But like all things that strengthen, you have to be careful of your limitations. All right. Anytime you feel like taking a cleansing breath when you're moving, do that little favor for your body, because that releases extra tension, it releases extra carbon dioxide. And we're going to start moving back up slowly. Still letting the hip pull us from side to side. And then coming slowly back to center. Take a deep breath. And then adjust your posture. And we're going to shake a little bit again. Letting go. You don't have to make noise like I do, but there's a lot of benefit to the body when you let sound vibrate through the body. So if you feel like making a noise, you go ahead. Come on back to center. I think I made my floor shake. Probably made the picture shake too. We've warmed our body up and we've built energy. We've let go of tension. Now we're just going to do some lovely flowing motions. So start with the rise and fall. Just letting the hands float up in front of the body and float back down. Inhaling as they float up. Imagine that there's just a draft of air under your fingers that blows the palm up and then lets it sink back down again. A wave of energy, a wave of breath. Crown of the head is still lifted. Feet are still grounded to earth. Just let that wave of energy lift the arms and lower them. And then we're going to expand this movement into a movement that's called connecting the three treasures. So we'll let the hands float up and in towards the chest and then push them away and open and turn the palms and lift overhead and draw this energy down from the universe into the crown of the head, into the palms of our hands and radiating into the mind center. And then bring that energy down to the heart center, to the middle heaven, to the lungs and heart. And then lower that energy to the dantian, the storehouse for your vitality. And then release the hands and let them float back up, in, pushing out from the heart, opening to the side, turning, lifting, gathering, drawing in. Inhale at the brain, at the mind center. Inhale, Inhale at the heart center. Inhale at the lower dantian. And let's just take this right into a flow up towards the heart and pushing away, opening, turning the wrists, lifting overhead, gathering, and drawing down. Inhale. Whoops, I went to the side, didn't I? Inhale forward. Exhale out. Inhale open. Exhale as you draw down. Inhale. Exhale. Open. Reach overhead. Draw down. We're drawing up energy from earth, drawing it into the heart, moving it out and away and around us. Gathering up energy from the sides, drawing them up overhead, gathering universal energy from above and drawing it into the mind and the heart and the lower dantian. So we're mixing that energy of earth, energy of nature all around us, energy of heaven above, sky, drawing it down into the brain, into the heart, into the belly. Just have a nice, relaxed, slow breath. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy the movement. See if you can feel a little fullness in the hands, a little tingling in the fingertips. Feel the opening in the chest. Feel the energy flowing through the crown of the head, all the way through the body. One more time. Lifting, opening, expanding, circling, and drawing in. Balancing body, mind, and spirit. Let the hands rest against earth there for a minute and take a couple breaths. And then turn the palms towards each other and let's pulse that chi a little bit. So just trying to feel the electromagnetic energy between the hands by moving them in and out. Inhaling as you expand outward and exhaling as you move them closer. And then relax the hands, palms down. We'll do a little pebble in the palm. So the hands come outward as if on the surface of a pond, circle around to the edges and come back in to the lower dantian. So we exhale as we reach out and circle around, and then we begin our inhale and we draw that into the lower dantian. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Notice that when the hands move away from the body across the surface of the pond, the hips go back and then they come forward again as the hands draw in close to the body. There's a natural balancing of your weight here. As you stretch out, there's a little more weight on the toe. As you draw in, there's a little more weight on the heel. Bottom of the foot is gathering energy. Hands are gathering energy. And that pebble is just dropping your troubles into the water and letting them sink to the bottom. Keep the crown of the head lifted, chin tucked, so the back of the neck is elongated. See if you can feel that energy on the surface of the palms, or maybe on the bottom of the feet. Let's go around one more time. Bring that energy in towards the dantian. Palms are facing each other again. Let's pulse that chi. So inhaling and exhaling. See if you can feel anything, any little tingling or any little warmth or change in temperature. And then relax the hands, and we're going to pull down the sky from the four directions. So turn the body and reach out, up and overhead, coming back to center, floating the hands down. Inhale as you turn to the right side. Exhale as you float the hands down the front of the body, guiding that chi from earth all around you into heaven above. Gathering earth energy, the energy of nature, the energy of sky, and pulling that all down into the body. A lovely stream of energy. When you reach out on that inhale, feel that something in the palm of the hand. Bring your awareness into the palm of the hand and see if you can feel that sensation of gathering energy. Nice inhale as you reach up and around. Nice exhale as you lower. Let's do one more to each side. Balancing the three treasures. Body, mind, and spirit. Emotions, thinking, feeling, moving, and acting. Oops, I did an extra one. Well, I guess I need to do one more to each side. Let your body go. Moving with the pleasure of the movement. And letting that energy fill the body. And then hold that energy again between the palms of the hands. Breathe in and out. And then bring the palms over the dantian. Hands crossed, palm on palm. Back to where we began. Let your posture relax. Knees are soft, crown of the head drawn upward slightly. Shoulders relaxed, feet rooted to earth. Feel the breath in the dantian. In the lower dantian, feel that breath as the belly goes soft and relaxed. And imagine in the crown of your head, filling your brain like a little fire behind the space between your eyebrows, a little sun, glowing light in the mind, the energy of the mind, the chi of the mind. And bring that light down into the heart. And feel as you inhale and exhale how the heart is shining. Light and moving in waves within the heart, radiating outward. And then bring that little sun, that sun of light, down into the lower dantian. Bring it under the palms of your hands. And feel the light pulsing. And feel that lovely sensation of the whole body being relaxed, free of tension, and energized. The mind is clear, quick, bright. The heart is calm and open and loving. And the body is strong and balanced, stable and energized. Take a nice deep breath and release the hands from the belly. Relax them. Begin to move your feet. And thank your body for practicing. Thank all the three treasures that enliven you. And thank all your neighbors and people across the world who practice with you. Have a great day. Thank you so much for coming.